All right. Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. We're the brothers from Gms Toronto, right? Say double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and Ruwa, and salutations and blessings to the elect, pushing the truth of the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, so today we're doing a live show, basically dealing with this wicked holiday that's going on right now. People are celebrating Thanksgiving. We're going to get into some other topics as well with Nat Turner, because the movie came out, Birth of the Nation. So start off on any scriptures you have.
This is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies.
Kind and that's what you're supposed to be occupied in these times, man. Is the prophecies, and you're supposed to have your mind upon these laws. And the laws clearly state that anything that's outside the celebrations of the Bible, you're not supposed to keep. So Thanksgiving, you're not supposed to keep. Christmas, you're not supposed to keep. Easter, all these holidays, they're giving honors to another power, basically. That's what you're doing. Whether it's Thanksgiving, you're giving honors to the white man right now. For killing Israelites, basically. Right?
He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of great sentences, and the conversant in dark parables. He shall serve among great men, and appear before princes. He will travel to strange countries, for he had tried the good and evil among men. Verse 5. He will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer and make supplication for his sins. That's basically it.
Yeah, and then this, somebody had something?
No, it's good. I'll go after, yeah.
So this is Amos chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Yeah, so this is the Most High, man. He's telling you guys, he hates all your feast days, man. All these feast days that you keep, you're getting ready to keep, he's not dealing with them, right? Because the brother read, you got to meditate on the law. So anything that's outside the laws of the Most High, he hates, man. He hates the sinner and he hates the sin. All right? He doesn't just hate, what was that saying? Don't hate the sinner, hate the sin. The Most High, he hates the sinner, man. And that's in the scriptures as well, right? Go ahead.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream.
You see, so judgment is gonna soon quickly run down as waters, man. When you have a great river flowing down, right? That power is mighty, man. So you're gonna have judgment happen just like that, right? Because it's for you people out there, for you Israelites, for you, I'm gonna call you pseudo-Israelites in these camps in GMS as well. That might even be secretly keeping these feasts, man. You might be even secretly keeping these feasts. We don't know. Only how Hashem Yahushua knows what you're doing, right? Because you got Israelites that come to camp, and then the rest of the week they're just regular people, man. You're supposed to be always in that mindset, man. Because this is a life transformation. It's not a Saturday thing you come down to, right? Right?
That was it.
I got it, yeah. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 2.
Yep.
It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men. And
It's better to mourn. And really, we're in our captivity, man. There's no time to have continual mirth. And if you have continual mirth, that means something's wrong. That means that you're not catching up. You're not going through the proper protocol, right?
Fine. and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 10, start up number 1. Surah 10, verse 1. Hear ye the words which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Verse 2. Thus say Yahweh, learn not the ways of the heathen.
Yep, so it's clearly telling me, don't learn the way of the heathen. The heathens is meaning country goers, right? The other nations outside of Israel, right? When we had our own land, we called those other people heathens, right? So we're not supposed to learn their ways. You had the Ammonites doing their thing, you had the Edomites doing their thing, you had the Moabites, the Hamites. They have their own thing going on. That's why Moses told Jeremiah to tell people, don't learn the way of the heathens, man. Right? All these customs you're keeping, you bring your kids into, you go through the school system, you're teaching them the way of the heathen. Right? You're teaching them protocols. You say, oh, I don't want my child to be an outsider or antisocial. You know, whatever excuse that you bring up. You're teaching your child the way of wickedness. So when he's 16, 17, 18, right, and he might be walking downtown and he catches the men of the Lord, he says we're crazy because that's the way he was brought up. Right? He was brought up in that fashion. You know, but
and be not dismayed.
Yeah, after that.
And be not dismayed at the signs of the heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them.
Different signs and blood moons that happen and you know, different astronomical wonders, so to speak. Right? We all know those are signs, man. We're not bugging out. We're not saying, oh, there's a meteor coming to take out the earth. We know that's not true because it says the earth abideth forever, man.
That's right.
So we're not bugged out by all that shit. You know, all these people are crazy. Oh, you see UFOs, bugging out, man. But the Most High gave us the knowledge to know what those things mean, right? Right?
Okay. Psalms 2 and 1. It says, why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing? All right. So there you go again. The heathen, why do the heathens rage and imagine a vain thing? These feast days or so-called secular holidays that are set up by the rulers of this earth. Okay, the heathen did rage and talk great things about their so-called holidays. But the Psalms is saying why? Why, you know, why do they rage? Okay, and then it says the people, which are supposed to be the people of the Most High here, imagine a vain thing. So you people that are secretly so-called Israelites that are secretly hiding and partake of this thing, this is a vain thing. This is total foolishness, these holidays. As I was coming up there, I thought a new name for these holidays. Well, coon days. Coon. They're just coon days. Okay, and they're vain, the scriptures say. Okay, that's all I got on that.
Right. Yep. We get to the history then a little bit. Whoever got any precepts, bring them out. Here. So we're just gonna get into first the Thanksgiving part, you know, because a lot of Jakes got the cranberry out there,
Yep.
The turkeys, you know, and you need to know what that shit represents, man. You know, and you Jakes, you were enslaved during that time too, right? You were enslaved when the proclamation of Thanksgiving was, you know, proclaimed throughout the land or whatever. That was during what, the 1600s, around that time. Jakes were enslaved, man. You were just starting to be imported in North America. You know, so this is a book called "A Little Matter of Genocide" by Ford Churchill. Right, I'm gonna read a couple things through here. Whatever anyone got precept, bring it out. All right. So I'll just bring on this part. It says, here it says, page 181. It said the earliest confirmed English bounty for scalps, rather than whole heads, dates from 1694. It says on September 12th of that year, the Massachusetts General Court passed an act prohibiting unattended Indians from entering the colony without permission. and offering to pay for every Indian, great or small, which they shall kill or take and bring in prisoner, the latter to be sold into slavery by the colonial government. It says payment listed for native scalps was 50 pounds each, which is a lot of money back then. That's a lot of money. It says of age or sex, if the killer were an average civilian or professional scalp hunter, right? It says 20 pounds each as a supplement to the meager pay of militiamen, and 10 pounds each to regular soldiers. These rates were modified in 1704 so that an incredible 100 pounds, which is 4 times the annual income of a good New England farmer. So you get 100 pounds, which is 4 times of a farmer, what he would get. So you think to yourself, you add 1 plus 1, you would say, a farmer would say, fuck that, I'm just going to become a scalp hunter. Or they call them, that's what you get started with, bounty hunters, or bounty scalp hunters, man. They would go and just say 100, for 1 scalp, 100 pounds. I'm sweating and working my ass off in this farm all the year or the half a year, and then I'll just go out and become because it said, right? It said professional scalp hunter, right? So it became like a profession. You actually had a career out of that, right? It said was made per man's scalp. 40 pounds per woman and 20 pounds per child. And that shows you someone should already bring out Deuteronomy 28, they shall neither spare old nor young. Someone get that. All right. It says men and women were defined as being any Indian over 10 years of age. Right? So a 10-year-old kid was defined as a man already, to them. It says, yeah, bring it up.
This is Deuteronomy 28:50. A nation of fierce countenance which shall not regard.
Go up a little more.
I'll start at 48.
All right.
Therefore, Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. That's a slavery matter. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, which he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
And when the Spaniards first came to Hispaniola and different islands, right, that was from one end of the earth, right? The Israelites were on the western hemisphere, and they came from the eastern hemisphere, the other end of the earth. See, so right, and it's like the symbol they carried was the symbol of the eagle, which is the symbol that America was established upon, right? Right?
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce
Yeah, they came
countenance.
speaking Spanish, Portuguese, French, English, right? You didn't understand those languages, right?
A nation of fierce countenance.
When the Edomites came, man, they were jolly old Edomites. They had that bloodlust, man. They weren't who's some corny ass Edomites to think of today. Any of these actors or whatever, I can't think of them.
Well, most of these late night taco shows and shit like that. They weren't in that type of spirit.
Yeah,
So
they're like Donald Trump spirit, man.
Yeah. Maybe more, the Spaniards, man.
I got something for it.
Yeah, and we were watching that movie, Even the Ring, remember, a couple months back?
Yeah.
The land tribes in Bolivia.
Yeah, they were reenacting what happened.
The chief asked him, so what if the Spaniard came up right up to his face and like, well, then we're gonna stake and kill you? Just said straight to his face, man. He had that fierce countenance, and the Most High's gonna put that countenance on him again. The martial law and all these drills that they do.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Yeah, man.
They're doing it, they repeat, they're in that spirit again, right? Killing the young Jakes. They don't care how young the kid is, he's 9 years old, he's had a toy gun in his hand, blowing away.
Yeah, I got a quick comment on that. I had to bury my mother. You mentioned about the scalp. You know what it costs to bury somebody up there? $10,000 plus. Minimum. That's just the start. And then there's addition. So this man, this wicked man, his system is set up for you to pay right through to the end. Right? I just wanted to make a quick point on that. So starting at $10,000, if you can get a scalp and kill him. So I'm just saying it's more money today,
yeah,
than it was back then.
Yeah, well, you got you have a birth certificate and you have a death certificate as well. He gets the cut on both sides.
Both sides, yeah.
Since you're going to Australia, can I bring something up?
Yeah,
This now I'm talking about the Taino genocide. So the Taino genocide from 1492 to 1518 is where the Spaniards wiped out most of the Tainos, Arawaks, native people of the Northern Caribbean, present-day Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, etc. Goes down here to say Columbus made the Taino, the land of the Tainos, into a living hell. It went way beyond simply killing those who fought Spaniards' rule. The Spanish had the Tainos grilled, cut up into pieces like sheep, run down with hunting dogs and torn to pieces, strung up and burned alive 13 at a time in memory of Jesus and his apostles. Yeah, it says here again, they were so they'd even kill women and children, even babies. The Spaniards threw babies against rocks and into rivers and laughed. They cut off pieces of Tainos for entertainment. They cut off their heads for practice. They raped women and girls and brought back syphilis. Well, this they're going off here when they say they brought back syphilis to Europe because they brought the syphilis to the Tainos. You know? Yeah, bullshit. They even raped the wife of a king. You know?
And the reason why, they got the syphilis because our people are clean, all good. You think because in the law it says about after from busting a nut, you're supposed to go wash yourself. So who didn't have the law? Damn Edomites.
Yep. So they're the ones with the damn diseases. Try to flip it around.
Yeah, there's a fact that we brought out that in Boston, there was a law that outlawed bathing. And for you to be able to bathe in those days, this was in the 1700s when they came over here. You had to get a prescription from a doctor, man. So you have to go to a doctor and get a prescription to bathe. So that shows you how foul these Edomites were, man. To fucking bathe, you have to get a prescription, like you get a prescription drug,
Yeah.
So Edomites are foul, man.
Yeah, like you said, I remember you saying this, I think last year. They used to wear their clothes until it fell off their skin because they disintegrated on them, Dirty people, man. So the Spaniards were kinder to the animals than to the Tainos. If a Taino killed a Spaniard, the Spaniards will kill 100 Tainos in return. So there's a lot here going into it. So you can just continue. I just brought it out. Yeah.
So you know, added research out.
Yeah, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 8. Because thou hast scored many nations, all the remnant of the people shall score thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land and the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that covetous an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
And so that explains Esau to a T, because he coveted. To covet something is you look at something and say you want it. You lust after it. You envy that person that has it. And you take it. Through violence, man. That's what this devil did. And then he says that has his habitation nesting on high, as his space station, he's going up there trying to establish a throne like he's the Most High, man. That was it up. That was it.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay. The Obadiah, starting from the second verse, it says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, God greatly despised." All right, verse 3. So we know who that's talking about. All right, and it's going to go into it. Verse 3. "The pride of thine heart deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?"
That's Esau. That's the devil, man. He practiced. You're saying he's gonna bring me down. He's the top military power on the earth, and nothing can shake us, man. He's saying the nations can't shake him. And he's really subliminally he's saying that the Most High ain't shit either. Man. That's what he's really saying. He's trying to make himself up to be the highest power. And they did that during the time of the Greeks when they came up. Because it's written in the Maccabees that they said that there's a general of the Greeks. He said, "Oh, if there is a power, let him come down." All this shit. Same thing that Esau says today, man. But Esau today he says, "Oh, there's no God." Right?
Yeah. Fourth verse. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. Well, Yahweh Shai. That's all I got.
Genesis 9:6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of Yahweh, of the Most High, made he man. Right, so it's saying like Esau think, I'm always in some kind of chat with these people and they're thinking like it wasn't them. Right? Or they want to say let's fuck the government. Screw the government.
Yeah.
I mean
We're all together.
Yeah.
We gotta take it up.
Yeah. And stop preaching hate and separation and all that stuff. I'm like, so now you want to be friends?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
After 500 plus years, now you want to,
That's right.
Because you had, man, don't get it twisted. You had regular Edomite civilians taking on Israelites, man. It wasn't just high aristocrats and regular Edomites, man.
Yeah. They just the high Edomites they gave her the orders.
Yeah, regular fucking,
Ain't nothing to do in the sun though, because even now that's what's going on. Rosh Hashanah ain't killing nobody himself, right?
Exactly.
As far as I know, right?
Well, when they do the sacrifices, whenever they like.
Yeah, but I mean on the whole, right?
They give orders.
Yeah, it's a little Joe Sixpack out there, like I can shoot a nigger, and or like kill them, But you put him on camera, he's pretty, he's oh really? It's not bad. The UNS put a thing out saying America is like racist police officers. They're talking about they're against it.
They're just doing the skirts.
You know what I mean?
On the skirts.
Yeah.
But because remember the beast is gonna hate the horde. That's fulfilling prophecy. It's slowly coming up because they see all these things. They're trying to sanction these sanctions, but UN knows that they have more power than America, but America just keeps on overthrowing them. And as soon as gonna be enough is enough, and they're gonna go cahoots.
Yep.
That
was it on that?
So yes.
Okay. So I'll keep continuing and then we're again back these steps.
Yeah, I have read the history,
man. I heard that. I'll read this little bit and bring it up. So this is on page 182 of the same book. It says, by 1717, all the New England colonies had bounties in place, as in New Jersey. It says Massachusetts rescinded its Scalp Act in 1722 on the grounds that it had become ineffectual, but reinstated it by public demand in 1747. So you had the authorities, they took away the law. You had these normal Edomites, they said, no, we want the Scalp Act in place. We want the law to stand.
fun for them, man.
Just like it was fun for him to have a lynching mob, man. Going to picnic and you have thousands of people there.
That's why they created their
that was their UFC back in the day, man. You must get loaded up and
get drunk.
Yeah.
Get drunk. And
it says much of the same occurred in Pennsylvania, where at the time of the 1763 reinstatement, it was noted that the general cry and wish is for a Scalp Act. Vast numbers of young fellows who would not choose to enlist as soldiers would be prompted by revenge, duty, ambition, and prospect of the reward to carry fire and sword into the heart of the Indian country. You see? And so this pointed to a real problem, one which had been evident as early as Massachusetts' offering of bounties to prompt the formation of ranger units in 1637. It says Indian killing was seen more as a lucrative enterprise than as a civic duty. by the average colonist. It says, indeed, in many areas, it became an outright business. And this is the excerpt, and then what the priest is bringing out. It says, the Reverend Thomas Smith of Falmouth, now Portland, Maine, was one of a group of gentlemen who hired a squad of hardy parishioners. So this is a reverend. This is a right, It says, to go on a scout or cruise for the killing and capturing of the Indian enemy. It says that in return for supplying the bounty hunters with ammunition and provision, the investors received 1/3 part of 14/15 of the province bounties for captive or scalp, and of everything else they shall or may recover or obtain. In his journal for June 18, 1757, the minister recorded, along with pious thoughts, I received 165 pounds, 3 for 3, my part of stock money. So they received 165 pounds of money, which is a lot. That's a lot of money. And that's, how much was that? That was 1/3 part of 14/15 of the province of bounty. So where we got the precept in it up?
Yeah, this is Psalms 109:1. Hold not thy peace, O Yahweh, of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compass me round about also with words of hatred and plot against me, without a cause. For my love, they are my adversaries, but I give myself unto prayer, and they have rewarded me evil for good, and hatred for my love. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin. Let his days be few, and let another take his office. Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow. Let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. Let the extortioner catch all that he had, and let the stranger spoil his labor. Let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children. Let his prosperity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth, because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man.
That's a whole beautiful thing of he's cursing Esau right there, man. Straight up cursing. So what the hell is up with GOCC, man? David's cursing them all, man. Let them be beggars for bread and take their name out of the earth. Just straight cursing them, man. Go ahead.
That he might even slay the broken in heart. Because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing, because that ties up with Matthew's, I think it's 25, I think, when it goes into the goat and the sheep.
Yeah,
and then
there's one in 13.
And then there's one,
I think it's
going into tears. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but it's going into how when Yahushua said to the servants, when you took me in when I was hungry and you gave me food when I was hungry, you took me in, you gave me clothes when I was naked, and his the servant said, he said, Lord, we didn't see you, and he said, when you do it to one of my least ones, you do it unto me. And then it tells you Esau's response is, we didn't see you though, he's going to the brothers, and he's saying, when you do it unto the least of mine, you do it unto me. So Esau is still persecuting us to this day. The broken and hardened, the mind, that's our people. So he's doing it to this day. So when he's going to come and say, what did I do? Right? Because Esau is not a spiritual man, he's a carnal man. Right? He's a natural man, as the scriptures say. Right? That was it?
There's still more. That might even slay the broken in heart, and as he loved cursing, so let it come unto him, as he delighted not in blessing. So let it be far from him, as he clothed himself with cursing, like as with his garment. So let it come into his bowels like water, and like oil into his bones. Let it be unto him as a garment which covereth him, and for a girdle wherewith he is girded continually. Let this be the reward of mine adversaries from the Lord, and of them that speak evil against my soul.
Right? So that scripture we talk about scalping and whatever, so nothing new under the sun. Right? And right now Jake's blessing that ham and thanking their God, but it's not the same power we pray because it certainly hates that. Right? So now we're this is Maccabees chapter 7, verse 7. Right? Okay, sorry, second Maccabees 7 and 7. So when the first was dead, after this manner, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with hair, they asked him, "Wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body?" So basically, the king, right, had our people make a mockery of them in front of his guests, right? So he had an Israelite woman of seven sons, right? So he had them there, and he was like saying, "Hey, eat the pig, man." But we had too much dignity back then, so integrity, right? That we're like, no, until death, right? So basically, he tortured all these brothers, right, for the truth, right? But now Jake is like, he can't wait to get out of work or Friday to go buy his ham and put the pineapples on it and decorate it. I saw this one Jake. It's true. There's one Jake on Facebook. He had the pineapples in it and cherries and bragging about it, right? Him and his wicked Israelite John Crow. Like, you know what I mean? Like should call Israelite. You know what I mean? She's this black bitch, Ethan, bragging about eating the pork they're going to eat, right? See, our people had integrity back then, right? We'd die rather than eating it and tortured, right? So verse 8, but he answered in his own language, which means you weren't speaking no English and no Spanish in front of him.
And then Greeks would understand, so you have to get interpreted.
That's right. That's right? And said, no, right? Wherefore he also received the next torment in order, as the former did, right? So yeah, he did his torment and he killed him, but imagine, you're there with your whole family and watching this Edomite piece of shit, right? Torturing your brothers and no might in your hand. That goes back to the verses Deuteronomy, right? So the mother will see it, and there's no might in their hand or in their hands to free themselves, right? But present day, Jake's this thing that's funny by pork and bacon and his bombard us with his commercials, his hamburger with bacon in it and bacon cheese, everything's bacon, add bacon, right?
Base. Just a base way of thinking. Because don't mean to cut in there. When I was about 30 years ago, this man used to condemn bacon. Okay, bacon and eggs. He said that was bad for you. And now, 2016, that's a base food that's being glorified. I mean, come on, you devils, your time is up, man. You're bankrupt morally, spiritually, intellectually, right? In every different way. And your time is coming. We're very close.
Right. Good. So that's it for now.
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Habakkuk 2, and I'll just start at 16.
Yeah, and that shows you that's lucky that the same shit that Esau was torturing us in the ancient world, he did it in this so-called new world that he calls it.
Right.
The same shit, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with the scalping thing, like it's nothing new. But when you watch the shows or whatever, Esau lies and he put that the natives were scalping them, right? When it shows that these pricks would want to start us scalping stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because our people aren't not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's Esau wickedness, man. So
And then Esau on other accounts they would just scalp it or just cut off a guy's dick or balls and shit. You know, and then, hey, we're gonna read some false shit.
Yeah. So the Edomites always
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the Edomites are always into torturing people from the Romans. That's what they're known for. All the machines, they still have the machines.
Not even that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Romans and then what was that? The Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah. Con.
There's some
Wow, man.
crazy shit there, man.
Yeah.
This is Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cover of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
It's beautiful, man. This is the shameful spewing right here. The brothers are doing it across the world. You know, bringing out the truth, man. Because you're not, like, seriously, what are the kids learning about Thanksgiving? You know, you're just learning it's a time that mommy and daddy and the whole family gets together and whatever, you know, and the true history, you don't really want to get into that. It doesn't really matter. It's just a family day off. You're commemorating something that's wicked, man. It's spiritually wicked. You know, so it's not a joke. It's spiritually wicked. You know, that was it.
That was a precept. Yeah. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover thy thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So that's what we're doing right now. So the millstone, right? This was GMS Great Millstone. So that's what we're doing. We're uncovering this man nakedness, right? Other camps ain't doing that, right? They're teaching on the mark of the beast, John 3:16. How the hell Zabak, you know what I mean? Like we have season. It says priest of Zabak, right? How the hell do you get John 3:16 be the mark of the beast?
They had a video. IUIC had a video of when the marriage gets cold. Well, because when the marriage gets cold.
Well, we're about to see that happen to them because that's a good thing that came out of their mouth. Because
Just to see the scriptures that the love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, in this truth, man, your woman's not, you know, your best friend. Your woman's not, you know, your companion. You know, virtuous.
she's not even your wife.
Exactly, not your woman.
She's none of those things, man.
She's
She's a hoe.
Yeah.
The woman's a hoe.
These
It's like in the book of Hosea.
so-called daughters of Sarah.
She's just an associate of yours.
Yeah.
She's just an associate.
That's it. This is because he entered business. It's what it is because they went to marry Esau's way, right? They wouldn't ask Esau permission to marry someone that's not his.
Yeah.
Like, what do you ask all man?
Yeah.
I mean, how can you go to the devil ask permission to marry a woman that was given to you by our powers, right? And she ain't even a whole woman. Right?
Yeah.
She ain't a whole woman. She's being used up.
Yeah.
Right? All of a sudden, she found the truth, and she's going to cover her head now and be holier than thou. Man.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Hey, go ahead.
I was listening to Tariq Nasheed, and he said the license that Esau uses, it never used to be in effect. That was like to prevent Jake from marrying Edomite women. Yeah, you know, from getting any inheritance if anything were to happen to the wife or the husband. You know, so that's just the thing that Esau made up. You know, and now people are, especially the woman, they're swallowing it down, man. You know,
What was it's made up? As I said something about it too. It's made up because like Edom when they want to be with Jake because this is nigga and slavery. They know what's up.
Yeah.
Right. But they know that they wouldn't bring it in front of the magistrate because like they're embarrassed to say, yeah, I'm marrying this one. So they do that purpose. So yeah, they can deal, but they won't bring it forward and say, yeah, I'm dealing with Jake. Right.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing that his ministers also be charged as the ministers of righteousness.
And then Esau's ministers are all his underlings, man. You know, you got the devil at the top, his devil Esau, and you got his different ministries. So they're all looked at as gods on the surface. They're all looked at as light, everything that's good from the Pope, everything.
Delegates and.
I want to see, man.
Senators, all that shit.
You want to contract with this man. That means you're cahoots with that, right? So you want to be a 501(c), right? And thinking that you're dealing with the most side. No, you want to. On the contract, it tells you what you can't do. We have a contract, man. On the contract, we have with the law and the prophets, the most high, what's in the book, right? It's on contract we have. So we bring everything out. We'll teach on the membership is John 3:16, and what Edomites are going to be the kingdom with us as a quote. Nah, man, they'll be picking cotton, man, right? And then shoveling shit. True. Well, that's what mine's going to be doing. I don't know about Ricard. Mine's be shoveling shit and then be pissed like our ancestors did. Right.
So lucky, I have just one thing to say too, because this whole Thanksgiving is portrayed as being light. You jakes out there want to eat pork and sprinkle cherries and shit. They're making a wicked thing turn into light. As a matter of fact, how did you guys get over here? You portrayed yourself as light, as pure, because you called yourselves Puritans pushing this Bible, man. So what do you jakes have to celebrate about? And you guys are being whipped, and then you had to prepare that turkey for your master, man. So what the hell are you talking about? That's all I have to say.
That was it?
That was
all right. So we'll continue reading again. Whoever got it. So this is back at page 182. It says, although the bounties were in principle to be paid only for the deaths of hostile Indians, it says freebooters pursuing the trade realized very early on that there is no practical way for paymasters to distinguish the scalp of a friendly from that of a foe. It was usually much easier to kill the former than the latter, a circumstance which resulted in any Indians being killed on sight. It says, in 1756, 4 New Jersey men combined to murder a family of loyal Indians, longtime residents of the area. So he got his Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
Killed this money, man. And to pass their scalps, right? Because they couldn't distinguish whose scalp was who. And to pass their scalps in Philadelphia as having been lifted in Pennsylvania. It says, armed with guns, cutlasses, and an axe, they attacked the home at about midnight on April 12th. The husband, George, escaped unharmed, but his wife, Kate, died when one of the men cut her head off to pieces with the axe. So you might axe murder.
What's his name?
Who?
The
husband?
The guy, yeah.
George.
See? George.
That's called real blood money. Blood money.
Yeah, that's right. It says, she cut her head to pieces with an axe, and another fired a brace of balls into her stomach. An 11-year-old girl was much bruised about the head, stabbed in the shoulders, and her right hand almost cut off at the wrist. Her 12-month-old twin siblings were cut and gashed in a frightful manner. So that's the same thing going into Deuteronomy 28. Yeah, well, you shall not spread the older young.
Fine.
Anyone have anything to bring it out? This is page 184. It says the spiral of violence which had been unleashed was too far gone to be reined in at this point. By 1758, in response to General Edward Murdoch's crushing 1756 defeat at the hands of a mixed force of French and Indians, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia, and several other colonies all renewed and increased their scalp bounties. The forests along the Ohio frontier were teeming with quasi-military groups like Brady's Rangers, who killed and scalped at a professionally steady pace. One sometime member, a certifiable psychopath and a local hero of sorts. Now this is the Khazar name, named Louis Wetzel, is believed to have taken more than 4 dozen scalps on his own. At least someone in the scalp trade had begun to identify themselves proudly by sporting breeches made of tanned Indian skin. Breeches are like, those cowboy things that they got, hangs down, So these devils will wear them. They'd be like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man. He wears a fucking skin on his face. It says even after the final defeat of France in 1753 or 63, when most bounties were terminated, scalp hunts continued almost unabated. It said the same year during the Sullivan campaign against the Seneca, soldiers of the Continental Army weren't content with merely scalping their foes, living or dead. Not uncommonly, they skinned them from the hips down in order to make leggings from the tanned hides. So they were these devils, man.
Yep.
And that's where you get to really, that's where the term redskin comes from. It doesn't come from red and you're black and you're white and all that bullshit. It comes from the fact that they would actually skin you and what color would the skin be? Red from the blood.
Yep.
And then they would just wear them. And then they would make breeches, or they would make hides for their horses. You know, so that's where that term redskin would be originated from. Right? Anyone have anything? Yeah, I got more. So whenever someone got something,
I got some.
Yeah.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 19, verse 25. Actually, I'll start from 26th verse. It says, "There is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly is full of deceit." Yeah, and then that's how this devil came. You know, he came down here, hanging his head down, trying to play the humble role, you know, which is really the role of the serpent. And then he weaseled his way in. You know, he got accustomed. He befriended your chiefs, he befriended your high-ranking officers, and then he just stabbed you in the back, man, with a big knife. All right. And then it says here, but inwardly he was full of deceit. Yeah, inwardly he was plotting to take your land, take your woman, to kill your children, and he had plans for the future for his progeny. All right. And it says 27, cutting down his countenance, casting down his countenance, and making as if he heard not. Where is he not known? He will do the omniscient before thou be aware. And that's a so-called white man. They'll get any chance they get, they'll stab you in the back, take your stuff, and then talk shit about you. And then make a movie or do something bad about you. Yeah, that's all I have.
I got it. Back you up the bar. This is you gonna say something?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yes. Okay, so this is Psalms 55:21.
2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is Psalm 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were the drawn swords.
Let's get together, brother. Let's fight against the government. It's not us. No, we're different.
Yeah.
Watch yourself off and let's go.
You know what I mean? It's basically saying, come like he's your friend. You know what I mean? And we know through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai that all nations hate us, right? So you're fooling yourself when you want to go to this word, this scripture that most have left for us to say, you know, who enemies are, right? Pursuant to Deuteronomy 20:48, it says, "Thy enemies are enemies against you." It didn't say some of your friends, it says your enemies. So what the Most is telling you that we have no friends in the other nations. They might be cool with you, right, to a point, but you know,
Scriptures even refers to them as lovers. So
Yeah.
yeah,
that's it.
It's just like you meet a woman and she'll set you up, you fall in love with her.
that's right. That's right. And at some point, you know, that woman that you know you're sort of mirth and bliss with, she's the same one and testifying box said, "Yeah, boxing my eyes and
Yeah.
you know." So if the woman at one point joined that on to be with that you, how much so the heathens? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is him being this is like describing the characteristic of Esau, because he has a forked tongue. He's a damn serpent, man.
That's right.
You know, so he'll tell you something and do the opposite.
That's right.
You know, that's where all these treaties came into place too, because he made a lot of treaties with the Gadites, and then he came back and broke every single one of them.
Right.
You know, that's his smooth words.
Right.
You know.
And then yeah, Dr. so-called Dr. James White, right? If you hear this man talk, you know, it's sticking to the ears, and you're like, wow, this guy knows so much. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are drawn, but anybody is drawn to someone who's so-called educated, right? Because you're led to believe that person who's unfamiliar words, called big words, but no words are big, words you're not familiar with, right? You can be drawn to them and say, oh yeah, you know, so when they see our apostles speaking and how we look, you know, because we're not looking poorly, them guys in their bums, but we see that.
The same thing you're speaking is in the Apocrypha, man. Someone can remember that scripture when when a rich man speaketh, everyone soars into the heavens. You know,
It's true. Right?
that was it.
Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteousness to be moved. Yeah, that's pretty
And the
much
thing
it.
that you just read, I have this thing to bring out
Con.
about read that first part again that you read?
Yeah. Same script?
No,
For the first part.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Psalm 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, so this is a book called American Indian Holocaust and Survival by Russell Thornton, page 69. There's this quick part down here. It says, this is pretty much what they did both to the Powhatan Confederacy and other Virginia tribes. One recorded incident is an example of the colonists' warfare. The English in 1623 negotiated a treaty with rebellious tribes in the Potomac River area. After a toast was drunk symbolizing eternal friendship, the Chiskisak chief and his sons, advisors, and followers, totaling 200, abruptly dropped dead from poison sack, and soldiers put their remains in Ireland history. You see, so that's what your brother just read.
Right.
Well, I have your scripture you just saw, Ecclesiasticus 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
So that's why we say to people, if you come to a university or some type of so-called professional forum or platform, you're not gonna just, hey, what does that mean? Prove it. Right? You're not talking shit, but because we're on the corner, and we don't look prestigious or whatever.
They have a
The boys, all kinds of demons, fuck you guys, and prove it. All that shit, man. But when a rich man speaks, right, you got a nice suit on, and he has the certificates and diplomas in the back, and all that shit. So he's talking about it. He could be telling me he's fucking gonna kill you. That's very
Was it Bill Gates was telling you he wants to decrease the population by the vaccine?
Yeah.
So he's telling you, yeah, this guy's all right. He's like, yeah, man.
Isaiah 30 and
Remember
9.
that so-called scholar?
Oh, hold on.
Remember that scholar?
Oh, yeah.
Financial guy?
Yeah, what's his name?
He's a big-time scholar at the university.
Google me,
Yeah.
right? That guy?
Yeah.
Google me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look it up.
Nigel something.
Yeah.
Oh, some word.
You have to go back to the video and watch it.
Yeah.
This is what, 2-3 weeks ago? Is it good? Yeah. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look, what he saith, they extol it to the clouds.
I mean, he's come from above, and these words are divine. Go ahead.
But if the poor man speaketh, they say, what fellow is this?
And the poor man is referring to us Israelites, right? Because it says on the street, right? And we were esteemed as referred as poor men, man. Like they want to give us money. Like I was making fun with one of the brothers saying that when our friends see us, they would say, I was an Ashar Kazakh, man. You guys are downtown begging money now. And hold up signs. Nobody.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, people.
Never mind.
God.
Yeah, one brother told me that someone said he was downtown beating drums.
Yeah, my lesbian niece saw me holding up the Caesar Borgia sign, and she called my sister and said, "Yeah, Uncle Gabe is holding the sign. What's going on with it?" So that's how you wicked people see us. Okay, but that's almost like putting that spirit on you to expose your ass.
We're just in a perverse fucking spirit, man. You have a problem with that, but you're not a problem with what's really going down the earth, what's really going down the world. And it's so blatant. It's not like it's somewhere secret. It's on your phone every day. It's on your Facebook posts. It's on your YouTube media, Instagram. Everyone's posting all kinds of memes now. All kinds of facts and all kinds of quotes and shit.
Yeah.
So what the fuck? There's no excuse. So
You know what they usually
but
say?
it's like I'll let you finish. But that's a prophecy where it says we are the fools for Yahweh Shai. They look at it as foolish and base, but Most High, he said he use the foolish of this world to control the wise.
That's
right.
You know, that's what it's all about, right?
Right. Yeah. So like, they usually say, oh, why do you guys even worry about things you can't control? No, just go along with everything what's going on. But no, man, we worried about things that we can't control because we can't control it. These are the things we should be worried about, not things you can control. You know, that's too easy, man.
Our job, we're hired by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala.
Con,
So we gotta
con,
grab, right?
con.
Spiritual.
Right. So, yeah, so
I have a precept real quick. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High.
Con.
yeah, so you guys are calling me stupid. Look at you guys in dresses and all kinds of shit that they say, man. And then we start getting into history. I have to go. I have to get it. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys next week. I'm coming down, man. You know, they don't get nothing with what is going on.
When that spiritual
And they talk about dressing, but they'll dress like a straight up faggot for Halloween. But then they want to talk about wearing dresses. You know, right?
It says, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man.
So you want to bring that up?
Yeah, this is a book called The Conquest of the New World, American Holocaust by Dave Sander. And it's about people that they celebrate Thanksgiving, but they don't know why. Because when the Spaniards had collected a great deal of gold from the Indians, they shut them up in three big houses, crawling in as many as they could, and set them on fire to the houses, burning them alive, all the way to them. Yeah, those Indians are given no cause nor made any resistance. With my own eyes, I saw the Spaniards cut off the nose, hands, and ears of the Indians, male and female, without any provocation, merely because it pleased them to do it. Likewise, I saw how they somehow the caciques and the chief rulers to come assured them safety, and the way peacefully came. They were taken captive and burned alive.
Yeah, his brother was reading. It wasn't like it was on no provocation, and that's why I think you read in Deuteronomy. It says, some to the effect of with no cause. There's no cause that they did.
Psalms 109.
No cause. They didn't provoke him, but why they do it? It just pleased them. They were just doing it just to pass time. It shows you that it wasn't, oh, we had to do this and it was a terrible. No, they loved it. They were getting into it, man. They would make bets that, hey, I bet I can cut this guy's head off in one swing, or I bet I can cut his arm off in one swing. They make bets on it. And that's what they did, just to pass the time. Some dirty Edomites in it. And it's not like, oh, are you guys saying all white? Yeah, we're saying all white people are like that because the Spaniards came, they were like that. The so-called Americans or English, French, Dutch, they were like that, man. How come all the Edomites that went west, all those cowboys and the wild west, what made it all wild? Because those Edomites came and just tore shit up, man. All the Edomites were like that. Even though so-called pastors and reverends, they're the same shit.
Yeah.
They just read about it.
The Spaniards took the babies from their mother's breast, grabbing them by the feet and smashing their heads against the rocks. They built a long, not enough for those stones to touch the ground and prevent struggling. They hanged 13 natives at a time on the outer cries, our Savior, and 12 apostles. Then stroke was wrapped around their torn bodies and they were burned alive.
Keep the time.
Yeah, that's
number.
The United States, for your whole shot, but they got their own knowledge going on. With the skull and crossbones, they used 13 I think as well. You had it, Russell? 13 and 12, I think. I think it's 14. Or should probably start at 9. It's just one scripture. It starts off with Samaria. 1360.
Oh, yeah, got that. Hosea 13 and 16, Samaria shall become desolate, for she hath rebelled against her God.
So Samaria is dealing with the northern kingdom. All right, the kingdom split there in King Solomon. It said she shall be desolate because why? What does it say?
They shall fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces.
That's what the brother just said. The historical accounts of they took the babies by the feet and they just smashed their heads on the rocks. You see, so it says, read that part again.
Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up.
And that's what they did. They hung the woman, the pregnant woman, and they just slid her belly open and took the fetus and smashed that against the rock or stomped it with the boots. You see, so these are all atrocities that they're doing in the so-called West Indies. Right?
This is prophecy.
You know,
Thanksgiving.
And which other nation does that curse fit?
Yes, right.
Right? So you talk about the Latin tribe in Israelites. I mean, stop smoking that stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stop smoking that stuff. Because like this prophecy being put right here, right? So that's outside the Bible. What's the name of the book, brother?
The name of the book is The Conquest of the New World, American Holocaust by David Sander.
That's right. So that's in their history, right? And it lines up with our history, with the prophecy of this book, right? So
That was it, also?
Yes.
All right, so I'll just continue reading here. In the same book, page 186, it says, and this is just some foul shit these Edomites do. Right, so it says, a half century later, in the aftermath of the 3rd Colorado Volunteer Cavalry Regiment's November 1864 massacre of Cheyenne and Arapaho non-combatants at Sand Creek, the troops, with the active encouragement of their officers, not only scalped the dead, but performed an altogether astonishing array of other mutilations, including the severing of male genitalia to be turned into tobacco pouches. Then took the guy's ball sack, cut it off, and used as a tobacco pouch.
Faggots,
What
man.
shit is that? Shit.
Can I say
You
something?
carrying around smoking that out? What's wrong with that?
Remember that movie with that James Franco and that other guy? It's
I know it was a Chinese thing about.
it was a funny movie, but he cut the other guy's dick off and put it around his neck, and he was wearing it as a trophy. That's what it. When he told me about the tie, the phallic symbol. Yeah, that's pretty much where they got that from too. They used to do that to Jakes.
The one when you went to North Korea?
No. It's like a comedy. Yeah, Your Highness. Yeah, Your Highness.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Also, the movie Legend of Zorro, the captain had put the guy's head in the pickle juice, and he started drinking
Yeah,
it.
put this right.
Well, in our time, we had this Jeffrey Dahmer,
Oh, yeah.
okay, that used to do that.
No, it was wine. Sorry.
Oh, okay, Jeffrey, I'm not sure what he picked up people in, but he used to preserve people. This demon, Jeffrey Dahmer. And of course, it was some of those, real quick, I don't want to jump too quick at that, but just to quickly make the point. I think the Jakes that he would kill would be women. Jake would be, but anyway, besides the point, there was a Jake that would be sacrificed in prison. Yeah, but these people are turned on. These wicked.
was he gay? Was
Yeah.
it Lauren Jake, man?
Yeah.
Jake, yeah, it was Jake, man. But the women, he killed a few women, but that's besides the point. It was Jake women as well. Mostly Jake men, he would lure and kill him and pickle him or whatever he would do. This damn demon. So you guys are not too far from that.
Yeah.
But you know, these same people that are all people in this coon time, you worship these coon festivals. This is your enemy. And you go to bed with them, okay? Spiritually, mentally, intellectually. You drink his wine, okay? That's his philosophies. And you think it's okay, you know, but you're deceived. Yep. Right? Anyway, sorry about that.
So it says, when the bloody 3rd returned to parade triumphantly down the streets of Denver, a short while later, the citizenry turned out to cheer them as they rolled by, waving scalps and with other such trophies. Female generals stretched over hats and saddle pommels, for example, plainly and beautifully. And all the people were cheering. The kids there, they didn't say, "Oh, honey, turn away," or it was a parade.
It's all the men, but people were cheering.
Yep. It says, treated to this display, a local paper, the Rocky Mountain News, hailed theirs as being a brilliant feat of arms that would stand in history. You see, so they were proud of that, man. You know? And it's like to that event, there's another quote here. It says, this is page 2 of the same book. It says, 1991, the American Indian movement of Colorado removed 2 Cheyenne scalps from the mantle of a ski lodge in the Rocky Mountains, where the proprietor displayed them for the edification of guests. The man expressed surprise, never having had any complaints before, that Indians might be upset by such relics, which he said had been taken by his great-grandfather, a trooper, who participated in the 1864 Sand Creek Massacre and had been handed down in the family ever since. Such stories are unfortunately not at all uncommon. Right? So this demon, this was a ski lodge you would go to, and you would just have the scalps up there. And this group, the AIM, or American Indian Movement, they went up there and took it. And the guy said, "Oh, I'm so surprised. People never complain. It's just been handed down." So where are all these things happen? Where there's still all these so-called relics and trophies and all this shit that are handed down to families, man. The generations, because they took a lot. Noses, it says genitalia, private parts, scalps. Where are all those things? They did one generation just stand up randomly and say, "Oh, throw all this out. This is bad. It's bad for us." No, they still have it handed down to other families. Man.
Yeah, now it's in your basements and your dungeons. You're hiding them. That's where they are. You know.
That's good.
Same thing with James. You got from the lynch mobs, all that shit handed
In the
down.
museum.
Can I say something? Oh, sorry. I'm gonna.
1 Corinthians 3:19-20. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. And again, Yahweh knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. So these people claim to be wise, right? And it says the wisdom of the world is foolishness to the Most High. Because you think you know nothing at all, right? Because everything you were taught is by the white man. So you put Christ in this light where like he came and discovered some people and civilized them, and that's foolishness. Because his prophets are bringing it out like what they usually do. They used to like, as brother said, take out genital of a female and put over a hat. What kind of nasty shit is that, right? You know what I mean? And smoke out of someone's ball sack, right? So it shows you these people, there's no reason for them to be living with us in the kingdom. This needs to be lit in fire, like as the scripture said, and be done away with. That's right. You know what I mean?
This is Job 30. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I will not disdain to have sat with the dogs of my flock.
You know why? Because Esau is proven. Even now it's coming out. There's one thing, like a real live girl, I think, filmed herself saying she wants to sleep with the dog. Right? How the dog love her, and the dog don't, he always wants it, and then you can see the dog looking at her like, he's like, get out of it, let's do it again. Right? This dog's spirit is messed up because he's like right up this, my bitch, bro. You know what I mean? And he just wanted to cut it up. Let's do this right now again. You know what I mean? Right? So I don't want to see people that I'm watching my dog because then my dog is just starting, you know what I mean? So our brother Job there was saying, yo man, I want to trust people watching my dog.
Right. You see now they let the dog off, kiss him on the mouth.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Getting down low with the dog.
Yeah.
Our people gonna run like that. Tell the dog to do what it's supposed to do and protect your yard, and that's about it. Because we see that out in Jamaica. So you go out in Jamaica or foreign countries, we go out to reservations where you see, they behave different than a white person would behave with a dog. Our people on their own property, it's outside of the city, or in foreign countries, can let the dog off the loose and the dog behave itself properly.
Right.
Here, the dog has to be on a leash because Esau has corrupted these animals, man. Because he's fucking them and molesting them, man.
And even when Jacob a dog, you want a dog to be bad. Yeah. Over here, you want some of the soft dog. In the Caribbean, from it, you want your dog to be the best dog in the street.
Somebody's at the gate, the dog.
We don't give our dogs hot pepper and shit.
Yeah.
It's wicked gunpowder for the dog to be like crazy.
Yeah.
Do his
You
job.
know, yeah, it's more vicious. It's like a testosterone.
Not a sex master like
Yeah.
dirty Edomites who turn the animal inside out, which is wicked beast.
And that's why there's laws, man. That's why in Leviticus it says, they that lie down with the beasts shall be killed, man.
Run the damn
And
dog.
so unfortunately, you gotta kill the beasts too. You're corrupted.
Correct.
So you gotta kill the beasts as well.
Um,
Unfortunately, they kill the Edomites.
It's not the dogs because like you see all them good jobs, so-called good jobs, and then you're checking out cows and like Jake's don't do those. Jake's don't make those jobs. It's always Edomites want to check out a cow as a job. Or put his hand in the cow's backside. You know what I mean? And call that a job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, cows. I'm saying so. It's not only the dogs. It's anything. You can trust the bastards.
Because I was talking to this Edomite chick, and she's into like breeding horses, right? So I was asking her how do they get like the stallions to be like because they breed the stallions instead of having the stallions have sex with the female horses, they'll jack off the stallion instead of having the stallion have sex with the horse, and then they'll take the semen and mix that with the egg, so to speak, the other female egg, instead of having them have sex with the unnatural. So they mix the stallions and the eggs together for them to get a special breed of horse. You know? Yeah, that's what they do, man. Fucking wicked people.
There's a thing if you maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't, but in regards to the GMO animals and so forth like that, there's a thing where they take the female cow, cut out part of her, and you can actually see the three different layers of stomach, and they can actually watch this and see how the animal digests food, and at the same time sample these demons. They sample what's going on in there to see if it's the right thing. Yeah, this is part of that mutilation. Yeah, that's part of that mutilation. So they not only have sex with the animal, they also mutilate it, okay, and do all those wicked things to it.
Nut jobs, man.
I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah.
It's part of the mutilation. Wickedness.
Verse 2. Yeah, whereto might the strength of their hands profit, in whom old age was perished, for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste.
Those caves.
Gone. Fred Flintstones.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they were back then, man. So Job.
Ron Pro.
Yeah, Job saw the history, man, in a dream. You know, he saw this. He's prophesying these Edomites and what they would do, what they would be doing in the later times. You know, after the Roman Empire fell, this is what they were reduced to: cavemen and women. You know, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as a thief.
Hold on, brother. It's saying they cut up metals and juniper roots. Showing it, and now you have all these things where Esau, because there's not people making this thing what bear is good for and carrots good for. It's them because they did the research on that because the most like had them eat.
Strong herbs to stay alive, man.
Yeah. So Esau knows this shit on the chariots for the liver and this and that because he had
sample things out in the wild. They sample things.
Yeah. Because you gotta wonder like how do you know this tastes good and how do you know that because like. Some people that died out back then because some you ate you shouldn't eat. So Esau went to he was testing. You know what I mean? Not really good.
It's okay. It's good. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed. Under the nettles they were gathered together. So they didn't even speak, man. They had their own like they always make fun of the Hamites saying that they and all that shit. They did worse, man. They were braying, you know, like a donkey.
Well, it came out that the Vatican has 50 miles of library beneath the ground, and you can't browse it. It's not browse it. So you have what are they hiding? You know what I mean? It's so great, and they're always the world power, and so. So they just want to show that, right? Whether they mention that part that's where they're hiding that they used to pray. You know what I mean?
That guards hiding that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were children of fools, yet children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
So they were low. Right. They're the lowest nation on the face of the planet.
That's right.
Because it said, from before, that, they're supposed to be, the elders shall serve the younger.
Right.
So they're low. They're supposed to be.
This is the precept.
Right.
Hold that. This is Genesis 3. And, 13, and I said, and the Lord power said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Lord power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. And really, the beast represents nations. Right?
This is referring to Esau. Esau is a serpent, which is talking about characteristic, which is cunning.
It says, upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Confusion. And really, they couldn't even walk upright. That's why they have all that shit. Homo sapien, Homo erectus, all that shit. They got one guy going like this, one guy going like this, one guy standing up.
Yeah.
That's really
Homo erectus,
Because even when they get in their older state, some of them, well, most of the Khazarian line, they get that hunch. And it gets bad. It's real bad. You can like see it. It's like this big fucking Ninja Turtle shit growing on your back. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Crunch back us going down.
And they still have the there's some of them, their lineage that have that gene where they actually walk on their all fours.
But they got an RH gene, but they got the tail.
Yeah.
Right? And then even my baby mama was saying that they tell you about that, like they always say about taking spills as a case. You know what I mean? That gene is prevalent in your lineage, but it's never true really for the black women. It's always the Edomite.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sucked, just finished. It says, upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Yeah, I mean, a confused state, because thus represents confusion. And verse 15, I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed.
So it's right here. So it's telling you that there will all be war between the righteous seed and the wicked seed. Right. So when Jake comes, it's because I'm black. No, you idiot. It's not because you're black. Because of the curse, the one that put the line between the righteous seed and the wicked seed.
It says, and between thy seed and her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Going into Jacob, the heel of Esau first. Unto the woman, he said, that was a point. So, yeah, you have something to say?
No, I was just simply going to say, there was, I think it was 24 hours of video, which I couldn't take myself to watch, but after 20 minutes of going into it, Esau was talking about this very same thing what brothers mentioned about this, the erectus, these different, and this presenter, Edomite, he was really saying that this does exist, he can prove it, and he talked about the brushing and all of this, and 2 different types of Neanderthal. It was just, I didn't want to hear it because I know it opposes the truth. But the point is, it does exist.
But he tries to find everyone.
He was pushing more his side, 2 different, he didn't really get into the dead side.
As a kid, you look at those books, see a black caveman.
That's right. Right. And the Asians, more don't teach that. They don't teach that. This that when it comes to their school, higher knowledge, so-called, they push on you. I said, man, she said, well, man. So I guess it means everybody was like that. You know what I mean?
But there's another piece of showing they're going to come back to that state. The bird is reading about. They're going to go back in the kingdom, brain and all bugged out basically. Like basically, they're going to be the hillbillies, but even worse. It says Isaiah 65 and 25. Go to the point. It says the wolf and the lamb, this is in the kingdom, shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock. I mean, it's going to eat the grass.
To nourish, to detox his body properly.
It's not going to be a
Carnivore.
Right? So it's going to be peaceful. You're not going to see in the wild a wolf hunting a lamb or a lion hunting whatever, deer or some shit. It's going to be, you're going to have little babies playing with lions and shit. But if we give the command, it's going to tear Esau. It says, and this is the point, and thus shall be the serpent's meat, meaning confusion. Right? They shall not hurt nor destroy all my mountains, said the Lord. They're not gonna rebel and form this Edomite confederacy and, break off somewhere else. They're gonna be, it says they're not gonna destroy it on my mountain. That's what
Heavy subjection. Yes. And now, am I their song? Yeah, I am their byword.
We're their entertainment.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I'm going back to Psalms, Psalm 137 about hanging harps and that's so on the willows.
Right.
So we becoming a damn song to a damn carpet, amazing. Because hey, when you see these damn ball games, or any entertainment, who's singing? Damn nigger singing their damn national anthem or Amazing Grace. How sweet that, all that bullshit. Niggas singing, We're the Bible, we're a nigga to damn crack, to these damn Edomites, We're the joke, we're the Bible, man. Continue.
They abhor me, they flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face.
That's right, this is how they feel towards you so-called Mexicans, better than you, They wouldn't mind spitting in your face, man. They do it with words, that slither your tongue, talking, with a forked tongue towards you. And they wouldn't mind if they catch you on the side of the street with either it's a policeman, they wouldn't mind spitting in your face, man.
But I've seen that. I've seen movies or excerpts from back in the 60s, 50s, where like you said, grown ass Jake man walking and somebody might say, "Hey nigger," and spit on him, and he said, "Let's take it." Right? I seen one where he told the guy told him to kiss his shoes, and when he was going to kiss it, I said, "Mine, kiss it," kick him in the face. Right? So Esau has a lot to pay for, and I know brothers keep saying that and whatever. So most of it say, listen, this is why you have to put a spirit in you where like when you kick him in the face, hey, you just like kicking in the face. Not slapping him, what I mean? He deserves everything he's gonna get, he deserves it. Right? So them trying to be one with us right now, it's too late, Esau.
And it goes into the precept of they shall seek peace. That's
right.
That's it. There you go.
That's Black Lives Matter, Native Lives Matter, whatever. They're just trying to, see, look. And you have this one Edomite kneeling down with the Black Lives Matter t-shirt. And everyone's, you see him. He's good. The white man's good. Fucking stupid.
One white man to do
you just need one Edomite to just, I think it's good. And there's a whole barrage of shit coming on, but then, look, there's this white man right there.
Yeah.
Save me! Save me! Just like,
man.
what was it again?
What the most sad doing is division, man. That's all he's doing. He's dividing Esau. It's not that, they're good. He's just messing them up.
As we were divided, he's bringing us together, the nation, and dividing them.
Because we had zealots of our, how do you think we went down? It's the zealots of our people, man.
I have a quick piece just to back that up. It says Job chapter 20, verse 10. His children shall please the poor, and his hand shall restore the goods.
So whose children? Esau's children, right? Because that's what destroyed us, right? Other nations, they took part in it. They weren't the main ones. It was him being the forefront of our destruction, right? So his children shall see. Because you don't see the Asian men or Elam, they're doing their own thing. Moabit's doing their own thing. You might find an odd one or two here, but most Esau and any kind of word, but love, brother, love, love, right? But we don't love you. We love Israelite. We love our friend, and that's what the elect. Right? That's what we love. We love Yahweh and Yahushai and the brothers here who push this truth to the four corners of the earth. Right?
This is First Maccabees 11 and 20. It says at the same time, Jonathan gathered together them that were in Judea to take the tower that was in Jerusalem, and made many engines of war against it. Then came ungodly persons who hated their own people, went unto the king and told him that Jonathan besieged the tower. Whereof when he heard, he was angry and immediately removed him. He came to Ptolemaeus and wrote unto Jonathan that he should not lay siege to the tower, but come and speak with him at Ptolemaeus in their haste. So the point is they hated their own jigs. Today they hate their own people. Some of them maybe terrorists. A lot of them are jigs. They're just wicked, man. They're just 2/3.
What's that police officer? He was always talking shit. That, no, there's no such thing as racism in America. That nigga, he's probably one of those niggas, man.
You
The Charlotte, Carolina guy.
Man, I want to see his destruction. That guy that does those documentaries in South America.
Yeah,
Remember we were watching
yeah.
him? Yeah, and then he
With the
got locked
glasses.
out of his own house. And he tried to go
Yeah,
into
the mother,
something
Doctor something.
Yeah, we used to watch a lot of
You have the book.
and every time you went
You
there,
have that book.
he tried to divide the tribe. He said, "Oh, you're black and you're brown and you're this," and he tried to divide.
Dr. Lewis Gates.
Yeah, that's his name.
That nigga, man.
Dr. Lewis Gates Jr. or something like that. Yeah, that guy.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I just want to make a quick comment before you read. That Job 20:10, that proves to me without a doubt that if Esau could come back, he would want to come back as Esau. Because the scripture doesn't tell you what he was made for, his purpose. But he could never think of coming back as Jay. He would want to come back as who he is. That's why he has to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm saying kind of funny, but that's his thought. Because Psalms 50:11, real quick, it says his inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. But I heard Edomites say if they could ever come back, in other words, they quote Psalms 50. And then it said they could ever come back, they would want to come back as Esau. Nothing else, but that's the Messiah.
Yep.
Just revealing to you that's who this man is being to be destroyed.
Correct. Because he hath loosed my cord and afflicted me, he have also let loose the bridle before me.
You have something?
Yeah, I have something. This is Numbers 20:14. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus said thy brother Israel, thou knowest all the travail that had befallen us. Our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians vexed us, and our fathers, the Egyptians vexed us, and our fathers. And when we cried unto the Lord, he heard our voice and sent an angel, and had brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border. Let us pass, I pray, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right nor the left until we have passed through thy borders. And Edom said unto him, thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword. And the children of Israel said unto him, we will go by the highway, and if I by my cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. And he said, thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him. And Edom came out against him much people, and with a strong hand. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage to his border. Wherefore Israel turned away from him. And the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, journeyed from Kadesh unto Mount Hor.
That's it. So you ain't coming to this neighborhood.
I got a script?
Yeah, something. Bring it up.
This is from the American Holocaust by David Sanders. In the book on page 177, he put two quotes from Deuteronomy 7:72 and 16, and Deuteronomy 20:16 and 17. 7:2. So that's obvious that he knows that the chosen people are the 12 tribes, and one of the tribes was the Cadillac and Native Americans. So these devils, the big battle, I read 7:2 and 16.
Alright, so this is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 2, and it says, the Lord when Yahweh shall shine thy power, shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show them mercy unto them. And let's go into like when we get payback, to these other nations as well. And we know that there's going to be a covenant of justice.
Grandma.
We still have Ezekiel. We still have scripture.
Oh, okay, man. Let's see, Ezekiel 25.
Okay.
16th verse. And thou shalt consume all the people which Yahweh thy power shall deliver thee, thine eye shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, for that will be a snare unto thee.
Right, so your uncle Tom niggas that they're talking about, one of their friend these heathens, right? And that we're gonna spare some of them. Curse be unto you, man. You know what I mean?
And it is a curse, because remember, the scripture says in Proverbs, says, well, if anybody join hand in hand with the wicked shall be just with the sword.
Yeah.
No?
This one is Deuteronomy 20 and 16 and 17. Alright, so Deuteronomy 20, verse 16 and 17. But in the cities of these people which Yahweh shall shine thy power that give thee for inheritance, thou shalt save alive nothing that thee, but thou shalt utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites and the Amorites, the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hittites and the Jebusites, as Yahweh shall shine thy power hath commanded thee.
So those are all the other nations, going back to Ham, right? Like, so that nation, but now it's like all the nations. We can come out of the doctrine of philosophy. Think we ought to be one nation together, because Esau is very slick with it. This great nation, right? And people think a nation means your citizenship, right? So we through the Spirit again, praise Yahweh, Shai, let this food for us. Realize that ain't so. Our nation is Yahshua Allah, Israel, the 12 tribes, right? That's what we're here for, and that's all we're here for, and that's who we're gonna love. We're talking about who we're preaching hate. Yeah, hate to the white man, hate to the Moabites, Ammonites, all the nations, but love for our brothers, right?
That was it on that, brother? Okay. So, yeah, too?
I have Ezekiel that you wanted?
Yeah. Okay.
Ezekiel 25 and 8. Thus saith the Lord power, behold, because that Moab and Seir do say, behold, the house of Judah is like unto all the heathen.
And more than Seir. Seir is going to Esau, that's where they go, not Seir. Right?
Therefore, behold, I will open the side of Moab from his cities, which are on his frontiers, the glory of the country, Beth Jeshimoth, Baal-meon, and Kirlatham, unto the men of the east with the Amorites, and will give them in possession, and the Ammonites may not be remembered among the nations. That's one word?
It's 25, 12.
Or 12? Okay.
Yeah.
Right here. Salakia. This is Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dealt treacherously against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
That's going back to the days of Babylon. Neo-Babylon, during Nebuchadnezzar's kingdom, when he was reigning, because they broke the yoke off them, according to the prophecy that King David seen. That's why he was trying to terminate them on sight when he was ruling. So he was trying to upset that prophecy, but he couldn't. So when we had them under our foot at a certain point in time, they broke the chains off themselves, and then revenge and became bounty hunters and handed over Israel to the oppressor, which was at that time the Babylonians. And then they got their piece and started killing Israelites too.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off men and beasts from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
So the Most High is going to use his people to restore back the upset that Esau did.
And that's a cut on people that say, oh, you're not the one that chooses what to do. And we say, yeah, we're not the ones, but at the end of the day, the Most High is going to use his people to execute his judgment. So only God can judge it. Yeah, the Most High is going to judge, But his judgment is that he's gonna use people to fuck the other people up.
That's right. Don't understand that history repeats itself. It's go and read the Bible. Who was doing all that killing? It was men. Give them sanction by the Heavenly Father.
Had angels that came in certain times, and you can have angels that come in this time too. So it's gonna be fucking magnified.
That's right. It's gonna be an all-out bloodbath, man. A non-stop bloodbath where you can't come in and say, "Oh, hold up, stop, cut." You know, that's not gonna. You're gonna get put to death.
Surrender.
You know, it's gonna be an all-out bloodbath, non-stop of blood just being. There's not gonna be no stop. Stop. You're dead. You better be running. You better not even say that. Because you open up yourself to be a target. Right. When war's going on, who's yelling out, stop, stop, stop? No one ain't. Everybody's in green light. Everybody's on green light, not red light.
Black woman begging, white flag.
What do you want red light for? About stop. Are you trying to sing Roxanne?
I was in that movie, Big Saving Private Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
One of those war movies, like World War II. You got into a scuffle with a German soldiers, American soldiers. And the American soldiers like a kid, and the German guy was
going on. Yeah.
And he's fighting, going down, and the German guy gets on top of him and pulls out his knife. And then this American guy's like, okay, no, please just stop, you guys.
Yeah,
you know, just switch it in, man. It's like, what do you want? You're trying to kill me?
Yeah.
Now you're saying stop?
Doesn't want to die. because they weren't really
I think it's a joke until you know?
They weren't real soldiers either. They were young little fucking kids.
Yeah, a lot of them were drafters.
Yeah.
You know, because they had World War II was prompted from Pearl Harbor, which is a false flag. No surprise there. And you had the same thing with 9/11. Yeah. That got them into Iraq.
Yeah, because all of the wars in America actually started. They got to
pump the people up.
Yeah, because they did it to the people who came from Italy and Ireland. Remember, I've seen that as soon as they came off of the boat, there's people recruiting them for gangs in New York. Like, what the fuck is this? You guys just came to the country. You're recruiting them to fight for the country. Oh, you're going to be sheltered. You're going to have food. Your food. All this. You know, they even showed you that in what do you call it there? The new version of the Roots. Showed you that in I think it was the first episode 1 or 2, and they showed you they were getting runaway slaves and white men to fight their damn wars. Even if they sheltered them, say what they were forcing them. You know, that's foolishness.
Yeah. Yep. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger, according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power.
So Moses is going to have his will. This is his will. So it's going to happen. It says, according to my anger. So Moses is going to put his spirit on his chosen to get you damn Edomites. It's not going to be no man that's going to be like, no, I don't want to do it. There's going to be, man, the spirits that are going to, Moses is going to put on people. It's going to be, you're going to think that they just jumped out of a comic. You know? See? Okay.
Quick point on that, brothers. You mentioned a great point because right now you people are being judged in the judicial phase, and as brothers just mentioned, the executive phase is coming, and pursuant to the term, payback is a bitch. And as the brother just said, it's going to feel like it's a comic book situation. Because when the Most High does it, it's always strange. So the words that are coming out now, the spirit and the truth, being in this judicial phase, the truth, cutting all this madness and exposing it, you Edomites and the rest of you who reprobate wicked people that continue to scoff, when this judgment rolls down executively, it's going to look like a comic book situation for you. So it's all about it.
So I want to bring this out, switch gears a little, so we're going to get into Nat Turner a bit, because it's funny, you go on the trailer of the movie, you got all kinds of talk on the comic board, man. People saying, oh, this wasn't the real Nat Turner, and he didn't do this, and all this madness, oh, you know, don't know what the hell's going on. It's funny, because when you bring out a movie, then the historical conversation comes about. And then I'm sure when we tell people about Nat Turner, oh, you guys talking about that movie? No, we've been talking about it for years, man. The Paul's have been talking about it for years. I can't remember of another movie that came out But it's like the same scenario. A movie comes out about something that we usually talk about, and then, oh yeah, you guys talking about that movie. No, we talk about these things all the time, man. They just happen to make a movie about it. This is from an online book called World's Great Men of Color, Volume 2 by J. Rogers. This is on Nat Turner, page 325. I'm going to skim through it. It says, leader of America's greatest slave revolt. Right? So, the Lord's will, we can check out that movie still. You know, it says, Nat Turner was the leader of a revolt that put more terror into the hearts of the oppressors of the black man than any other event since American slavery had begun. It says, and he started out with only 7 followers, 6 fewer than John Brown in his immortal raid on Harper's Ferry. It says he succeeded in so alarming the slaveholders that it was necessary for the United States to call out a portion of its navy to their rescue. It says Nat was born a slave on the plantation of John Travis of Southampton County, Virginia. He was an unmixed Negro with strongly marked African features. Short and powerfully built, and according to Anglo-Saxon standards, unattractive. And again, they're not even Anglo-Saxon. The devil we're talking about. It says, but from his piercing black eyes, there shone genius and an undaunted soul. It says what Byron called the eternal spirit of the chainless mind. I'm going to jump down here. It says revolt was born in the soul. He thought of his father who, brought as a slave to America, had escaped and had some way made his way back to Africa. He tried to escape too, but was caught and brutally flogged. This experience maddened him, all the more against his master and all white people, but it made him more sensitive to the sufferings of his fellow slaves. Deeply religious, he told himself that God had caused him to fail because he had tried to escape alone. He resolved that when he left the next time, he would be taking the other slaves with him. Thereafter, he spent his waking moments planning how to do this. It says his conduct up to the time of his escape had been exemplary. He was never known to drink, swear, or steal. Very intelligent, he had learned to read with so much ease that he later said he did not know when he started to do so. It says once when, as a little child, a book with pictures was given to him to stop him from crying, he began spelling out the names of the objects. He was also skilled at making pottery and knew how to make gunpowder. It says, skip through it. Just as surely, Nat Turner heard voices as he walked behind the plow, bidding him arise and free his people. Such is your luck, said the voices, such you are called to see. Let it come rough or smooth, you must surely bear it. He saw visions, as did St. John in the Revelation, forecasting his own living mission. In the sky, he saw black hosts and white ones battling and shutting out the light of the sun. The thunder rolled, blood flowed like a river, and then came shouts of victory. The blacks had won because they had God and the right on their side. It says, at times he saw Christ stretched on the cross the whole breadth of the sky. On the leaves of corn, I wonder what color he was. On the leaves of corn were drops of blood, Christ's blood, shed for all men, white and black alike. That's what they got to put in. It says, in the woods and on the leaves appeared letters and numbers and the figures of men. He fasted, prayed, read his Bible, and withdrew from his fellow slaves. His hallucinations increased. Esau calls it hallucination.
It's really his revelation.
It says, on May 12, 1828, the Holy Spirit appeared to him and told him that the yoke of Jesus had fallen on him, that he must be prepared to fight against the serpent. When the time came, he would see a sign in the sky. Until then, there should be a seal on his lips. 3 years later, in February 1831, the sign came. There was an eclipse of the sun. The sky was darkened just as his vision and the Bible had predicted. From heaven, he heard a voice saying, arise and slay the enemies of God with their own weapons. He was so affected that for days he trembled as if with ache. Uh, he had been telling himself for years that he needed disciples, and now he felt their need more than ever. All that time, he had been observing his fellow slaves closely and felt that at least four of them could be trusted. Now that the seal had been removed from his lips, he told all to the fourth. These recommended 3 others, making a total of 7. At noon Sunday, August 31st, 1831, the 7, Henry, Hercules, Nelson, Sam, Will, Jack, and Nate, it says, went off for barbecue in the woods, taking a bag of potatoes, and a jug of cider. It says Matt could play the guitar, and as he passed his master's mansion, he strummed a spiritual while the others sang. Such carefree mortals, Master Travis felt certainly were not up to mischief. The conspirators spent all day in the woods laying their plans and taking a solemn oath that they would gain liberty or die. They planned to attack the whites in Southampton County, capture it as Washington had done during the Revolution, and retreat to Dismal Swamp. There they would establish headquarters and assemble their forces for a bigger blow. You know, and it goes on into the actual case, but I just want to read about the vision, you know, so whatever brother's got it. That's it.
This is Psalms 47:2. The Lord Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue the people under us, and the nations under our feet. He shall choose our inheritance for us. The excellency of Jacob whom he loved.
So it's saying the Lord will choose our own inheritance for us. Is not, this is 40 acre and a mule, right? This white man tell us that after slavery, they give us 40 acre and a mule, you know. That's not the concession price, right? That's basically some fighting words for all the things that we did during slavery. They're gonna give us a mule and 40 acres, and we even get that, right? So Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, is who will give us an inheritance. This inheritance is this whole world, man. So keep your 40 acres and mule.
Come.
Right?
This is Psalms 2. And Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers make counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
Yeah, it's going into the various tribes that Esau, a band is like a tight unit, man. So all the 12 tribes, they were tight. No, but Esau says, no, first, you know, well, really, it's the southern and northern kingdom, they split. And Esau further, you know, pushed that division. You know, Latinos, no, blacks, no. You know, and then even within tribes, man, within kingdoms, they're fucking Mexicans, all the fucking Ecuadorians, or you know, Brazilians and Argentines, they don't like each other. You know, and you got within the kingdom of Judah, within tribes, you know, within the tribes, you got Benjamin. They don't get along with the other islands, man.
Haitians,
You know,
hate Haiti a lot.
Esau did all of that.
Esau
Work. To that Willie Lynch.
Yeah, he that sitteth in heaven shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill to Zion. I will declare the decree the Lord had set unto me. Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. This is the point I wanted to make at verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. You know? Yeah. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a part of the vessel. Yeah.
It's getting paid back. There's no, there's a reward at the end of this. beginning to get. Even other nations right now tell you this word, what's going to happen before it happens, and then it's going to happen. But it's really right now, it's called the Most High speaking. And then he's going to give the green light to his hunters. Right now, we're fishing.
Right.
So you think it's all peace and then, but there's a storm coming, man.
Right.
A great storm coming.
And then what we read about Nat Turner was the different visions. You had different people throughout America, Israelites, that had those same events happen, man.
Right.
You know, like, I was going to bring up something, but where we got into
I got Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, they shall fish them, and after I will send for many hunters, they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hills, and out of every holes of the rocks.
different government levels.
Right.
I just want to bring up this quick thing, and then whatever brothers got to get it. This is a book called, again, American Indian Holocaust and Survival
Right.
by Russell Thornton. It says page 136. It says, this is going into the ghost dance of the Gadites. Right? So it says, as disciples and others spread the 1870 religion to more and more American Indian tribes, and the tribes adapted it to their circumstances and beliefs, new prophecies were added to Wodji Wabs, as were new ways that existing prophecies might be fulfilled. A common new prophecy was the return to earth of an abundance of the animals, fish, and flora on which American Indians had depended for food. Common additions to existing prophecies involved the elimination of non-Indians, some tribes set by fire. And it says, and the return of the Indian dead, some said a supreme ruler would bring them. Some said they would return from the graves, and some said the dead would return from the rising sun in armies. That's all in the scriptures, man. You know, in one way or the other. And they brought that out in that movie, right? When he talked about the ghost dance, right?
Which wasn't really the time to do it, but it was spiritual things, because it's going to come to pass.
Here, this is page 146. It says, the Sioux Indians were not the only ones in the Dakotas who had heard of the ghost dance. Settlers and U.S. Indian agents had heard of it also, and they reacted with apprehension and fear. Rumors abounded that the Sioux intended to annihilate settlers. In 1890, report of an agent at Standing Rock Reservation stated, I feel it my duty to report the present craze and nature of the excitement existing among the Sitting Bull faction of Indians. Over the expected Indian millennium, the annihilation of the white man and supremacy of the Indian, which is looked for in the near future and promised by the Indian medicine men, is as not later than next spring, when the new grass begins to appear and is known among the Sioux as the return of the ghosts. It says they are promised by some members of the Sioux tribe who have lately developed into medicine men that the Great Spirit has promised them that the punishment by the dominant race has been sufficient, and that their numbers having now become so decimated will be reinforced by all Indians who are dead, that the dead are all returning to re-inhabit this earth, which belongs to the Indians, that they are driving back with them as they return. Immense herds of buffalo and elegant wild horses to have for the catching, that the Great Spirit promises them that the white man will be unable to make gunpowder in future, and all attempts at such will be a failure, and that the gunpowder now on hand will be useless as against Indians. Yep. Right. As it will not throw a bullet with sufficient force to pass through the skin of an Indian. It says that the Great Spirit had deserted the Indians for a long period, but is now with them and against the whites, and will cover the earth over with 30 feet of additional soil, well sodded and timbered. You know, the king is going to be good, fruitful, fruitful, under which the whites will all be smothered, and any whites who may escape these great phenomena will become small fishes in the river of the country. It says, but in order to bring about this happy result, Indians must do their part and become believers and thoroughly organized. So these are different accounts that happen, that not a lot of people know about or talk about. Right? That was the point. Whatever the brother's got.
I got Isaiah 65:17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth.
And brother Winnipeg gave us more posted scripture. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. Man. So that's going to spiritual power. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind.
That's all this hell, all this. It tells that in Job, right? It's like a dream.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Pass away. That's right. Right. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying.
No more help.
Sure. I have some. Oh, yeah, okay. This is Lamentation 3:22. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, saith my soul. Therefore will I hope in him. The Lord is good unto me, and unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. It is good that a man should hope, but both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
Yeah, so see, that's the opposite of what these guys that polite hope are saying ourselves. We're not waiting for no savior. It says it is good for a man to both hope, right? And read that part again.
It is verse 26. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
And that's what we're doing. We're quietly waiting. We're not inciting riots or fucking starting
That's the patience.
Vigilante, vigilante groups or whatever. So, we're just going on the highways and byways preaching the word, man. So we're quietly, we're not causing a ruckus, man. But spiritually we're causing a ruckus. But we're not, causing the bodily harm or whatever. Because it's not meant for us in this kingdom to do that. We have no might in our hand. The scripture says, "No man shall save you." So you guys are looking for polite as the black Messiah. Jesus, that dude already sold out. That guy already sold out. He's already bent over. Man.
Right.
All that he lives in Hollywood already. He lives in LA. He's showing all the directors. He's at the ball games with the celebrities, man. And that guy's just some regular guy, man. He knows all about the Kundalini energy, so he knows how to get that power. Fucking sell out. All those Egyptians were faggots, man.
That guy's just a new goofy guru. The guy puts on this all black on black, and then talking all this nonsense, and then when you see him, you see him shaking hands with these celebrities. That's a facade, man. It's crazy, man. It's just you got to veil over people's eyes, man. He's playing around with you.
That it?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Just to back you up, this is Psalms 124.
That was right there.
If it had not been for the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been for the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick.
That's right. So these nations, they want to swallow us up. Even our own people, man. Mainly our own people. They want to swallow us up. That's why you have these infightings amongst Israel right now. And really, that's the house of Solomon. These guys are fucking big man that's balling for foolishness right now, man. These guys are just bickering. Just, they're finding the littlest thing to get on a brother, but that's the curses. But it goes to show you that, these guys ain't men of the Lord. Because if they were real men, they wouldn't put that shit out in public like that, man. You're so quick to chat like a damn woman. Drama queens. Continue.
Their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be the Lord, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth.
Right, so these are the other nations, man. And then you have our own people that will devour us. They did it to the Lord, so how are they not going to do it to the men of the Lord?
And then you have people talk about Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves,
That's
right?
nonsense.
And but for like good white people fighting with black people, slavery wouldn't end. But no, the Bible is saying it was the Lord that was on our side.
Because all of those
You didn't get
wars,
free from slavery.
and all of
So you
those
just got
wars,
you got transported. That's all you did.
all of those wars that were caused, those were, those weren't slave rebellions. Those wars was about Esau getting a piece of the pie. It was the devil giving you niggas a piece of his pie. The poisoning, man. First through a damn vain philosophy and deceived you. And nigga, you don't have 40 acres in the year. Let on less now they're saying to you niggas they got a new one for you. Oh, they don't want to really give 1.8 or 1.4 million to each nigga that is supposed to be paid benefits. I wish I could find the document.
But we don't want that.
You know?
You know what I mean?
That's
One's in the right mind, though.
Yeah, we don't want
that's
that.
right. That's foolishness. Because those are debt notes. It's just debt notes. So what am I gonna get out of that? From them getting whipped, lynched, and all that. Oh, that's gonna solve my problem? No.
And he's still gonna be wicked. It's not like he's gonna give it to you and then become righteous. He's still gonna be wicked. So there's a plan to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you gotta pay taxes. So what the hell? You're gonna want money, more problems. Is there more?
Yes. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare. Out of the fowlers, the snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord. Who made heaven.
That's a white man's system, man.
In the what? In the what?
In the name of the Lord.
That's right, Nate.
Okay. So the name is powerful. Again, Nate. Like you're Bishop Nathaniel, right? So you should know that every time Israel was in captivity, what bring them out was calling on that name. And in this kingdom, in this captivity, the only time his name was given to us, and now it's given to us. You're telling Israelite men, I'm not to call on that name, because you're a sellout, right? Because you know that name has power. The name is Yahweh, Father, and Yahweh Shai the Son, and that's the name we call on. Like every time we went in captivity, that was the name we called on, right? So pursuant to Jeremiah 17:4, it says, "Even thou, your heritage shall be." Paraphrasing, right? Where was it discontinued? Over here, because every the kingdom we knew were Israelites. That's right. And we got out of captivity by calling on that what name? Nate. Hope you choke on a turkey bowl. I know you probably have some turkey right now, right in your hand.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so whatever. Anyone else got, we're gonna go back to that. All good.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. I'm going to read on to the 19th verse. It says, "For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
Gone.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head." What's the reward that reward you're gonna get? You're gonna get slavery 7 times fold, right? And 7 is a complete number, right? So we're gonna do things to our heart content. So we're really to the Lord's heart content,
But
right?
it really means double, because completion is whatever, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. So what someone returns unto you, you're supposed to return back unto them. So it's double.
You mentioned
7 means completion as well. So it means, which is double,
You mentioned Roots earlier. I'm watching it now, and there's a scene where this Jake was trying to be like basically Uncle Tom, trying to be good. He figures if he's good, Master would treat him good, kind of thing. And he was like the best shoesmith for the horses, whatever. And then one day he came back from work, working for the Master, like doing what he's supposed to be doing. Came back, he saw 3 Israelites jacking his wife up, man, like live in his face, jacking his wife up, and he's like trying to like and put it back in, and he just watch that happen, right? And that's when his spirit changed towards them after seeing that. But you see, these Jake need something like drastic to happen to them, so I can see that this woman ain't your friend.
Oh, it's coming.
He's your enemy.
It's coming.
Right?
Spineless.
Verse 16, it says, "For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and
Yeah,
they shall be
that means that they're basically using Israel. That's his holy mountain is Israel. No, it says people, right? So they, the government, mountains represent government. So you've been using and abusing Jacob, man. Just drinking continually from our people, man. Everything, man. Every invention, every idea, all these trends, everything, man. You can think of everything that adds to the spice of life. So we're gonna continue to drink from you guys, man.
As I also said, Jake is the show, and Edom is the business, right? So they pay you 16 million a year, or whatever million they're gonna pay a year. Why are they paying 200 million, right? And you feel like, oh, this guy loves me. I'm gonna shake your hand. I'll shake your hand. I'll shake it. Yeah, you mean 16 million? I'll shake hand.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? I like you.
Because
You know?
that shaking the hand actually means you're agreeing upon something. So,
That's right.
you know, he's coming with that's part of his witchcraft.
Right.
You know, his actions speak louder than words. And they know that.
just a cash cow.
Yep.
Verse 17, "But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness."
So the deliverance is only coming to Israelites, not all nations. And not no damn Edomites. There's going to be a certain amount of white people that are going to be saved. Where's that? Which script is that?
And if they spoke of white people, they're actually Israelites. You know, because we keep saying it. All Israelites won't look like me. Or Wesley Snipes is in terms of all his guys. He's going to be an arch brother. You know what I mean? And you have Moabites look like Israelites. We're gonna have like even Hamites will be Israelites. So it's most of my people are like speckled birds. So the Google speckled birds that you see, it's like the same breed, but it's different looking birds. What they call speckled birds, right?
"And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them." Just like how you devoured us, and it shows you the full completion of the tribes coming back. Because you have all this animosity between the tribes now.
Right.
Like one example, real quick, I had this one Latin tribe, he's fresh off the boat from Guinea, right, in South America, and he's like indigenous, so he's like, they call him a buck, right? And then this guy, he's trying to get on me for not helping Esau. You know, he has that coon spirit. And then he started swearing at me.
Should have slapped him in his face.
You know, but you can't do that. You gotta be civil, right? I'm sorry, don't do that. Get arrested. But then what happens was Esau, he goes in and then he intermeddles between the thing, coming as if he's like a savior.
Yeah.
You know?
He's the damn cause of that. Because he's the reason why that idiot is thinking like that. I gotta please this guy if I want to go this way.
Kind.
And it says, "Devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, the Lord has spoken." And that's basically it.
It's a beautiful scripture to end off. That's the destruction of Esau. So anybody has anything to say?
Yeah, I want to make a quick comment on how you ended in the book there. That was very powerful because I just want to say all praises to Yahweh Hashem and Shai, keeping the apostles in the upper room, prophesying, and to also the elders, where it comes down to in rank and file order, the love of this truth. And I'm saying this to say that as the apostles of Yahweh stay in that upper room and continue to prophesy and show what the truth is, we will continue to cut these I call them the priests of Baal, hanging around, and the Polites and all these men.
Bunch of fighters.
And I just want to say that that's how this started. The command that came to the apostles and the fire that you see, this is that upper room experience.
Con.
And we better continue in the spirit. The elect will enjoy this, okay, because we know it's fiery trials that Yahweh Shai has put upon the elect, starting with the apostles and the others on down. And that's exactly what that spiritual chief said in the book. It's really about the upper room experience. That's how it starts. And we see the fire, that extra fire that came to the men of Israel, namely the elect. Right. So that's how I got with that.
Right? So with that, we say again, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh, double honors to the apostles, the Ruwa, GMS, and salutations and blessings upon the brothers, man. Faithful, it's true. Keep pushing the word, man. And keep fucking assholes out there keeping Thanksgiving made the roof fall on your house, man.
Con, right.
Yeah, may Yahweh Shalom for your family.
That's right. That's right.
Because there's no excuse to keep it. So with that, we say shalom.
Shalom.